Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video will be seen and shared. It's Lean Driver once again, bringing you another watch to unbox and review. This watch is mine. I do own this watch. It came to me as a present. Actually, it was a birthday present. I'm not at liberty to say who it was from, but a good friend, to be sure. Didn't have to do what they did. I wasn't expecting it. The package just kind of showed up a couple of days ago. And it is a watch, well, you know from the title of the video what watch it is. Interestingly enough, I did own a Helmsman 2 at one time. I have a video of it. I believe it's in the archive somewhere. I enjoyed that watch, to be sure. Wore it for a good while, and then I sold it off. Actually went rather quickly, as I remember. Didn't last long out there in the for sale world. My dad also owns a Helmsman 2. It's a bronze version. And he likes that watch. He wears it on occasion. It's developed its own nice patina. But this watch is different from the one I owned before. It is a Helmsman 2. It is a brand new watch. And it did come in the newer Zelos case, the thinner one. It's not quite as thick as the old cigar box. Still that nice wood style, and it came in the newer travel style case that's being used now. And this is actually useful. I actually took a road trip recently, and I had one of these from, I think it was it was the 40 millimeter swordfish that I bought, the mother of pearl, and it came with this style case, and I used that case as a travel folio for my watches, and really works well as a travel folio. I have no problems at all with this style case. Now, the watch did come on the Tropic rubber strap with the Zelos logo on the buckle. As a lot of you know, I'm not a big fan of these style straps. I'm not a big rubber strap fan, so I took it off pretty much immediately, so I've never actually worn it on that strap. And I put it on a collar ebb leather strap that I had lying around in my strap stash. It's kind of, it's not the typical sienna strap that I have. It is a collar ebb, however. It's kind of a suede material. I forgot exactly which one it is. Does it happen to say that? No, it doesn't. But and I had to put spring bars in it, which I have plenty of spare spring bars. So I have it on a collar ebb leather strap, so it's no longer really a diver. But this is the Helmsman 2 in the steel case with the blue dial. And I've got to say, this is a much prettier watch than my original Helmsman 2. And I have actually owned a Helmsman 1 before. That's a nice watch, too. I sold that long ago. Somebody wanted it more than me and made me a great offer. You can see, typical of the Helmsman 2, it has the dual crowns. The 2 o'clock crown is a screw-down crown, so when it's down, it's locked. That moves the internal bezel. So when you unscrew that, and you know it's unscrewed fully when the bezel starts to turn, and it is bidirectional, which is unique-ish for a dive watch. When you line it up, though, the one niggling thing that I had then and now is when you go to screw this thing in, if you don't catch it just right, and I'm well practiced in this by now, the bezel, the pointer will move as you screw down the crown. But once it's down and locked, obviously that bezel is going nowhere. The 4 o'clock crown, of course, is the crown that sets the time, sets the date, winds the watch. Of course, it uses a windable, hackable movement. I'll show you it hacks, as you can see. The date window is at the 3 o'clock position. Typical Helmsman. I just happen to really like the steel case, steel bezel. Now, one time, Zelos' website advertised that this bezel is unscrewable, which I can't unscrew it, but that's okay. And there were going to be opportunities, if you wanted to change the bezel. I don't think that claim was ever put into fruition. I don't recall Zelos ever selling extra bezels for these things. Maybe if you emailed Elshin, he might say, "Yeah, I have a spare bezel around. Give me X number of dollars and I'll ship it to you." But I don't know why you would want to change that bezel in this particular case. Back of the watch is a screw down case back. Owing to the diver style, you have the old-timey, sailing clipper ship's wheel in the case back with the Zelos Z logo. Oh, also both crowns are signed and loomed, of course. But that engraving, or whatever you want to call it, in the back is very nice, well detailed. I'm going to put her on for you so you can see what she looks like on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. There you go. Get the overhead shot, the cuff shot, the down the barrel shot. Not a very wide watch lug to lug. I'll get to that in a minute. So it fits very nicely on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. This watch is just right in the sweet spot of where I like my watches, in the 41 to 43, 44, depending on the lug width of the watch. But 41 to 44 is definitely my watch sweet spot. I like that little pop of red color against the blue background on the second hand, and the script down there under Helmsman 2. The only thing that would have made this more perfect is if it were orange. Those of you who know me know my fondness for the orange and blue color combination. Go Gators. And if you're from overseas and you don't understand the Go Gator reference, you can ask me that in the comments, or you can Google Florida Gators and figure it out from there. Beautiful watch. Really a nice watch. And the person who gave it to me for my birthday, you didn't have to do that. I know they watch my videos. You didn't have to do that, but I am very, very flattered and appreciative of the gesture. I have my sheet of facts here, so I can tell you a little bit more about the watch. People always ask me, I've gotten it in PMs and comments, and just questions on live streams from time to time. Do you use a script for your videos? I said, no, not really. I mean, I jot down these facts and everything on this big old sheet of paper. The vital statistics of the watch. I mean, if you want to call that a script, yeah, I guess you could say I sort of do. But most of my most of the content in my videos is pretty much off the cuff. I just spit it, and whatever comes out usually stays in, unless it's a grotesque error or something like that, or I knock the camera over, in which case I basically start over. I usually don't edit these videos to edit out, anything like that. So it's just, if I cough on the video, I leave it in. If I sneeze, I think even once I burped. Try not to do that. I mean, I don't want to gross anybody out, but we all have bodily functions. Anyway, this is the Zelos Helmsman 2. I do not know if there will ever be a Helmsman 3. I think the world could use another Helmsman, but that is up for Elshin to decide to do, not me. This is the steel blue variant. There were multiple variants. If you go to the Zelos website, which I will leave a link to that in the description, and you click on the menu item collections, and then if you go down to discontinued models or discontinued watches, I can't remember which. There are 5 different screens of discontinued legacy models, and I think it's on screen 2 are all the Helmsmans. So you can definitely check all the different variants out. This Helmsman 2 was the follow-up to the Helmsman, which was the very first Zelos watch, way back. I think, mid-2000 teens, 2014, 15, somewhere in there. So, and this watch even itself is a couple of years old now. It's maybe even 3 years old now. So we're looking back into a legacy watch here that pays tribute to the OG Zelos offering out there, the original Helmsman. It is a 1960s influenced design. It's what they call the super compressor design. And as you saw, it has that internal bezel moved by the crown at the 2 o'clock, which I demonstrated earlier. Very super compressor styling. It is a true diver. It is a 300-meter water resistant with both crowns screwed in. So obviously not on this suede style bracelet strap. If you put a bracelet on it, you get a bracelet with straight lugs, or put that rubber strap on there, or some rubber strap. Obviously would make an excellent dive watch. It uses a double dome sapphire crystal. You can see the dome is fairly prominent, right? They're not overly so. It's not, it doesn't look like a circus feature or anything like that, but it is a double dome sapphire crystal. It is a 42 millimeter case diameter, 22 millimeter lug width, 48 on the tip to tip, and approximately 15 millimeter thick. So definitely not going to be a dress watch, but sporty watch, business, casual watch. Perfect, really good, a perfect daily wear style watch. I mean, you can get it wet, you can go swimming in it, you can get thrown in a pool in it, you can snorkel in it, you can dive in it, you can go to a board meeting in it. So really a nice. It's not your typical diver watch with the really insane bezel on the outside. It's very subdued. It's very conservative looking. 316L stainless steel case. The buckle, the Zelos buckle, is also 316L stainless. On the collar reb, it is also a 316L stainless buckle. It uses a Seiko NH35 movement with date window. Again, Zelos by this time, when they were building watches, they were well into using Seiko movements. Some of the upgrade movements were the Salida movements, Salida, which is basically a knockoff of the ETA movements. But the Seiko movement, I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it until everyone believes the way I do. There's nothing wrong with the Seiko movement in a watch. Yeah, it doesn't have the high-end, cachet of a Le Mans movement or a Patek Philippe movement or a Rolex, insert movement number here. It doesn't have the decorative, the blued screw. Well, I don't know. I mean, nobody knows because the case is on an exhibition. But I've seen NH35s. I have an NH35 movement in a video you'll see upcoming where I did something to a Seiko watch with an NH35 movement, and it's not a horrible looking movement. It's, not a decorated movement. So yeah, NH35s are all over the place in the microbrand world. You know why? They work. They work, they're reliable, they're accurate, they're cost effective. They make them in great quantities, so there's very little supply problem, even in this day and age where everything is screwed up. And when it comes time to servicing the movement, if it ever goes wonky, if you're good with your tools and you have the ability to do it, you could probably open this thing up, pull the damn thing out, take off a few bits that have to transfer from this movement to a new one, and throw this movement out. If not, you can take it to any competent watch jeweler and probably have the thing back in a week. So I still to this day read all this complaining about, microbrands are charging, 4 figures for watches with NH35s in them or Miyota movements in them or whatever. And it's like, stop it. Stop it. Stop with the watch movement snobbery. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and buy that snobby movement. And when that thing goes cattywampus in 4 or 5 years, and you have to ship that thing off to Europe to be repaired, and it takes a week to get it there, it takes 6 months for it to be repaired, and a month to get it back, yeah, you'll thank me. Well, you won't thank me. You'll turn to me and say, "Gee, Celine Driver, you were right." I know. I usually am. Anyway, off my soapbox again. And this is number 89 of 150. I think you can see it fairly clearly there. I couldn't, but under a loop I was able to see it. I really need to get my eyes re-examined. Anyway, out of 150 in this colorway, this is the 89th one. So this was my birthday present. My birthday was a few days ago from when I'm shooting this video. You won't see this video until probably mid-April, owing to the way I stack my videos. But again, to the person who gave me the watch, I can't say enough. I really appreciate it. I actually missed having a Helmsman in my collection, a Helmsman 2 in my collection, I should say. And now I have one back, and I'm very happy about that. So, while I'm all happy and everything, I am going to wrap my video up. If you enjoyed the video, and I hope you did, a thumbs up would be very much appreciated. That does help grow the channel by telling the YouTube algorithms that my channel is worth being searched for. And the more likes a video gets, the more likely it's going to appear in a search. And the more likes it gets, the higher in that search that video will appear. So that's a good thing. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you're going to leave links that take my viewers to bad places on the internet, I will delete the comment. I will block the commenter. If you decide you have to be that nasty little troll that everyone knows about and try and make a name for yourself by leaving nasty stuff in my comment section, again, I'll delete the comment and I'll block the commenter. So the world will never know about you. If you're new here, of course, welcome. I'm certainly glad you're here. I'm certainly glad you found the channel if you're new. I have well over 400 videos at this point on various subjects, including watches, cars, sports, commentary. Feel free to watch as many as you want. The only thing I ask in return, is you click that subscribe button before you leave. And when you do, click the bell icon next to it so that when I go and upload new material and release it, you are alerted. And when I do my live streams, which I do every Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, or whenever time and opportunity present themselves to me, you will be alerted to those streams and you can come on over and enjoy. Otherwise, be careful out there, folks. Stay safe, stay well, stay healthy, and I will see you in my next video.